As has already been established pretty much across the board, Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain is a remarkable stealth game, and one that richly rewards the skilled stealth player. But what if you aren't a skilled stealth player? What if you're all thumbs and sweaty palms, running around the mission area like a headless chicken until the game actually suggests you wear the chicken hat? I mean, Big Boss is meant to be the soldier so good they cloned him, right? What happens if you're so bad they should have dissolved him instead? Is Metal Gear Solid 5 still good if you're rubbish at stealth? Now, it may not surprise you to learn this if you've seen my videos in the past, but I'm not exactly the master of stealth gameplay. I'm by no means the worst, and in the modest amount of time I've spent with the Phantom Pain, I've even patted myself on the back once or twice, but I've definitely not hit my stride and become a living legend just yet. So far, a B rating is about the best I can expect for each mission. As you can see from this gameplay, I'm prone to sort of freezing like a deer in the headlights when I think I'm about to be discovered, leading me to make some pretty stupid decisions. I'm perfectly happy acting the big boss when things are going well, but when a situation gets out of my control, it has an unfortunate tendency to escalate quickly. Most of that, I admit, stems from my natural ineptitude mixed in with a decent slug of panic, and even though I am slowly improving, I'm also definitely guilty of impatience, the cardinal sin of stealth games. Now, the Phantom Pain is massive and my free time is limited, so I'm never quite going to be able to get away from the sense I don't have time to lay down in the brush while I memorise guard movement patterns, but moreover, I can't help feeling I've been spoiled by other games with stealth mechanics like Far Cry or Dishonored. In games like those, stealth sections are an amusing precursor to the moment you come thundering down the mountain and lay waste to absolutely everyone because you are death incarnate. In other words, the stakes are considerably lower. Been spotted? Sod it! Time to lay waste to everyone conventionally then. Metal Gear Solid 5 on the other hand is very different. For one thing, the stealth aspect is far more sophisticated, meaning your anonymity is earned, not expected. The broad range of behaviours programmed into enemies are a constant web of variables in which it's all too easy to find yourself caught, especially if you do something like this because you panicked. The Phantom Pain is also different because, unlike other gameplay experiences, stealth isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. MGS5 functions surprisingly well as a conventional shooter, but if you go loud straight away, then the odds are really going to be stacked against you. Okay, cool. We've established the Phantom Pain is very good at being a stealth game and that I am mediocre at playing said stealth game, but is it still fun if, like me, you're constantly cocking it up? Well, yes, thankfully. The Phantom Pain's world is just fun to explore, even if you're not very good at navigating it successfully. Even in its most frustrating moments, this game is extremely well crafted, it's just that it's also very exacting, and so, in turn, you have to be prepared to forgive yourself for acting like a lummox. Thankfully, I find this quite easy. Coming to terms with my own mistakes is something I've had a lot of time to practice over the years. What's less straightforward is coming to terms with being told I'm a bit rubbish. See, at the end of each mission, you're graded based on whether you were seen, how many tactical takedowns or interrogations you pulled off, whether you got shot, and so on and so forth. It's a bit like getting an end-of-term report at school, and mine pretty much always reads, "shows promise, could try harder," which, come to think of it, tallies pretty much exactly with my school experience.
Boost captured.
Each registered mishap counts against your score, reducing the amount of lovely points you get to spend on improving your base and gear, so sucking at the Phantom Pain really does have a direct impact on your fortunes. The rewards for finishing a mission are still pretty generous, but either way it can be slightly demoralising being told just how good you aren't. Granted, it only lasts a few seconds and you can just ignore it, but there have been times when I've spent more than an hour crawling around Afghanistan, actually feeling genuinely pleased at how the mission's been going, only to be told I'm middling at best. It can sort of take the wind out of your sails, but hey, that moment when I knocked on the wall and panicked disastrously when the guy came to investigate through a different doorway to the one I was expecting was actually worth it. So there you have it. If you've been on the fence about the Phantom Pain because you're not terribly good at stealth games, take heart, you're still going to have fun. As for the rest of you, I imagine you're already leaving comments about how my gear sucks or how I need to learn about better positioning. A bit like that time I played The Witcher and everyone got mad because I wasn't using Quen. I know I'm no good, for the record, but the important thing is, I'm happy where I am.
コムで作った時はまず一旦飛んでしまうと空中で移動できなかったんですね。それと自分の身長より高いところから落ちたらもうガッて死んでたんですよ。で自由度が低いなっていうのでマリオブラザーズの時に高いところから落ちても大丈夫